Hey guys, before we get into today's video, I just want to go ahead and say that I heard the complaints about the noise quality in the last video. I was filming on the GoPro inside the car, and it really doesn't have a good microphone, and it doesn't have any external mic hookup. So yeah, I'm not going to film on the GoPro in the car anymore, and I decided that because of what everybody said, that I'm going to go ahead and actually I already have gone ahead and ordered a good quality camera that should be able to do like good cinematic shots. The video quality should be much improved, and it should pick up much better audio. So this will probably be the last video that I film on this camera. This is just a little Sony camera. I haven't decided whether I'm just gonna keep it as like a backup camera, or if I'm gonna sell it, or what I'm gonna do with it just yet. But anyway, so yeah, the video quality should improve a whole lot around here. So if you like what you've been seeing and you're not subscribed, and you just haven't been subscribing because, you know, my video quality is, you know, go ahead and mash that subscribe button, because we're going to be filming in 4K from now on. We can have, you know, video stabilization, all that good stuff, low light. You know, it's a really good camera that I bought. So, yeah, go ahead and mash that subscribe if you're not already. And I hate that term because you can't see anything around it. Anyway, enjoy the video. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Will coming at you with another video. I hope that each and every one of you is having a fantastic day wherever you are. This is my 2009 BMW 328i, which is extremely dirty right now, and I'm not going to bore you with another washing video because I've done a lot of them, and I don't have a new pressure washer hose. If you remember my video where I was testing out the Chemical Guys 2-in-1 leather conditioner, I'll card that right here if you want to check it out. My pressure washer hose busted in that video, and I haven't replaced it yet. Probably will be doing that in the next couple of days so I can get my car clean. I mean, I can wash it without it, but it's harder. It rains. It's been raining a lot here. Someone needs to tell the weather that we don't live in England and it can go ahead and stop raining every other day. But anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, so I've had my coilovers on the car for, I put them in January, so I don't remember exactly how many miles, maybe about 3,000 miles now or so. I think I put them in right at 100K, and I'm coming up on 104K right now, so that's about 3,000 miles. I've been driving a lot less than I was before, so, you know. Anyway, and when we talk about the problems that have come about from the coilovers, and I love the coilovers. I would do it again. Probably will get coilovers on my next car whenever that is, whatever that is. Just depends on the car, you know, number of things. But things that have gone wrong. So most of it is just because the car is low now. Now, hold on, I'm gonna show you the car real fast. Now, as you can see, it's not really low, but it is low. And it rides way better. I mean, I love it. It's you do feel the bumps more, but it handles a whole lot better. It's not bouncy like it used to be. But problems. So this is my transmission cover for the transmission pan at the bottom. It goes under the car, and it is broken actually. Yesterday, I guess what happened is it got caught on something or another, and it broke where the clip holds it on this side. And some of the screw, I don't know how long it's been broken, but these screws on this side managed to wiggle their way out of the car and was only held in by the screws on the side closer to me, and it started dragging on the ground and it made this awful noise. I thought something was seriously wrong with my car, and I pulled over, looked under it, saw this thing hanging down, decided it was okay. So I just continued to drive to where I was going, which was a friend's house, and he had the tools to get this off. Now it shares a bolt with the pan, with the cover behind it, and I didn't realize that when I took it off, and now that has fallen off. So let's go ahead and have a look under the car and see how bad it looks right now. This right here is the smallest jack available from Harbor Freight. So I have a bigger jack that it can't fit under the car. So what I usually do is I use the small jack and I jack it up from whatever side, or just this side if I need to get under it, and then jack it up with the big jack from the center once I have enough space. But right now we're just going to go ahead and jack it up with this. So if you want to do this the proper way, which I would if I had the right thing, you can buy from Burger Motorsports or ECS Tuning little plates that go on the jack to fit in the jack pads underneath here. Sometimes I just stick a piece of Brio wood under it, which is probably what I'm going to do right now. Except that the car is too low for that, so we're just going to go ahead and jack this thing up. Now this is not good for the jack pads, but it's not that big a deal. They're not that expensive to replace, and they fall off all the time anyway, so. Alright, that should be high enough just to get a good look under the car and show you what's going on. So, that's the next pan that's come off. Oh, not even sure how that happened. So that is some kind of protection that... it's hard to tell from here what it goes to, but I think it's for the exhaust. I think it just covers up the exhaust. It looks like the curve in the pipes, you can see right there, and then it turns again, and it looks like it goes right under where that shield is. So I think what I'm going to do right now is just take that shield off. Now thankfully, having a 328 as opposed to a 330, 335i, or even 325i's, I believe, we have a metal transmission pan as opposed to a plastic one, so it is actually okay to drive without the shield there. Now, obviously, with the scrapes that are all over mine, I don't feel like that is the best idea to do, so I'm going to get a new shield to go down there, probably just next time I ever go to the dealership. I'm not really going to make a special trip. I think it's okay. And then this panel right here, if it's just protecting the exhaust, which I think it is, it can just go. We don't really need it. But I would feel better having my transmission protected. You can kind of see it over there on the left side of the screen. If you're doing this at home, put it on jack stands. Do not trust your life to a floor jack. Alright, let's get this thing off. Alright, so this is the other panel that was hanging loose, and it was only held in by one screw at this point. I believe that it shared another screw with the that I removed yesterday from the transmission pan, and that's probably what caused this one to come loose. You can see it's broken there. It's all scraped up from banging on the road. I mean, I probably drove like 30 miles with this thing scraping, so I was kind of halfway hoping it would just break off so I wouldn't have to listen to it anymore, but it didn't. It just protects the exhaust. This one I'm not as concerned about. The transmission pan, however, something that I want to replace pretty soon. Anyway, let's get in the car, finish up this video, and talk about the other problems with the coilovers. Well guys, I wanted to show you from the outside of the car with the GoPro how it looks. Anyway, that's not happening because the stupid suction mount that is so strong that I can't even rip it with my bare hands, like when it's on a surface. Even on the car, I tried it when it was on the car and I ripped at it, tugged at it, and it wouldn't budge. And then it falls off going 35 miles an hour. I mean, I'm very frustrated right now with that. I mean, that GoPro is expensive, first of all. It's ruined. Anyway, guys, so I'm just gonna describe to you what happens when I'm accelerating and or whatever, you know, driving around. The coilovers are great. It's when I come to a stop, the car kind of does like that, and it's because the bushings are just not able to, you know, they're too soft compared to the coilovers, basically. And the way to fix this is to get aftermarket bushings or upgrade to M3 bushings. But the problem is that you have to drop the subframe, and it's just a whole lot of work. It's pretty expensive. The bushings themselves, I mean, they're not expensive. It's the work of dropping the subframe and all that. It's just not worth it to me. So anyway, yeah, that's basically all it was. Can't believe I ruined my GoPro trying to get that shot, but I'm just really not happy about it. Anyway, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and look forward to the new camera. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have some good quality stuff going on here, I hope. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.